All right, this was recommended to me. I've never been a Comethazine listener, but I know who he is vaguely. He was like an OG Soundcloud rapper, and now he's doing other music, and people can't believe this shit. Let me see this transformation here. Can you believe this is the same guy who made up his own drug to be his name? Comethazine is not a real substance. It's just a made-up word like Onision or something, I think.
Listen, bro, I don't know who Frank Kole is. I hope Comethazine didn't get laced, but he has a whole new persona, and this is the craziest transformation I've ever seen in rap. And we'll get to Frank Kole in a second, and I think he's, like, speaking German now.
He barely, like, it's just different clothes, and probably different music, but let's listen.
Or something.
Oh,
nah, bro.
That is actually much different. He's speaking like goddamn another language.
This ain't right. Whoever did this to Comethazine needs to pay. So we're gonna go ahead and flashback
I wouldn't say
to the year
that.
2018. This guy right here, rap name Comethazine, real name Frank Childress.
He's scary.
Louis, would put his
a little bit
into the mainstream sound. A song by the name of Bands would be posted on SoundCloud before it got deleted because of a song swap.
Okay. Yeah, that was kind of bars, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. That was kind of fire. That was kind of... Whoa! Fuck!
But was that...
God damn it, camera, what the... Pissing me off straight. Listen to me. Run it back. Bands, pants. That doesn't even rhyme.
Before it got deleted.
And I didn't realize it until I tried to say it, which makes me feel like a fool.
Of a song swap. But it was at the #1 spot. It was a viral song, and everyone was like, "Who is this Comethazine guy? We need to hear more from him," causing him to drop his first album.
How's he smoking out of his
in
eyeballs?
August of 2018, and the album sold between 50 and 100K. First week. Now with Comethazine, we're not gonna get a song longer than 1 minute and 40 seconds, and we're not gonna get a song shorter than a minute. He made these ringtone songs, but it was 1 minute and 30 seconds of just heat. I got too much to do. I need another day. Bitch, I'm locked up in the stew. I got too much to say. Like when it came to punching in, just delivering bars, Comethazine was up there, bro. I can't even lie. Like all the short music stuff. Oh, he didn't make songs long enough. It was good music though. Which I know XXL freshman. It's kind of.
He has to be on speed dial with Satan himself, dude. What did he do? Hold on, I gotta check out a music video so I have more context for this. I think that makes sense. All right, so this is the old stuff. This is probably where he peaked, I imagine. Lyrical Lemonade. Cole Bennett is probably the height of his career, I imagine. 70 million views is nothing small. I remember seeing this video though, and he looks kind of crazy, but the song didn't really do it for me.
If he try me doing sloppy shooting out the big body, I walk around like that nigga. Finger on the trigger. If a nigga wants some smoke, I let this chopper eat his liver.
Yeah, it's more like my friend Brad's type vibe. Ah, yes. I don't know what that is, but he got a new channel and everything for this new persona, and it's a new damn... What did it say? Psychedelic something. Psychedelic advancement. Use of wax recommended. Can't say I agree. Nirvana? Batman movie? I'm trying to maximize how cool I look right now. Yeah, put the old Comethazine song back on while I do this. I feel like this is like, I mean, I don't want to say it's like objectively better because that doesn't sound right to say, but freaking this sounds like way more moody, advanced, like has a whole atmosphere. I don't really like it. It's kind of slow. It's kind of vibey though. See why people are a little surprised. And he's speaking goddamn German or something. Russian? Not sure.
Watered down, especially now in 2025, but back in 2019 it was still fairly popular, and he was an XXL freshman of 2019. And this was after he released Bosky 2 in January of 2019, which didn't have a single song over 2 minutes. It didn't get much great reviews. And
boring trap music.
All his albums, them all being called Bosky.
That's what I'm calling my mixtape.
But if we get to the 2019 cypher, yeah.
Used to be hurt for the cash, now that I'm rich, I can sit on my ass. AK-47 Max, switching from semi to full automatic. I got me a bitch, she the baddest, but she's trying to leave me, she don't like my habits. When I roll up this pressure, boy, it's not
He does seem like a crazy man, so I guess that kind of adds to the dichotomy of what he's doing now. Eat my shorts? Arr, arr, give him here.
You know that I'm not gonna pass it.
I'm Comethazine.
Never put your buddy in the casket. Came up a clean 54 bezel, 80 for the neck and 5 for the jacket.
If I had grills, this is how I would talk to people too.
This is a big chain, big chopper with aim. Catch a nigga wanna snatch it. Look through the scope frame and aim at his brain. Boom.
Boom.
Now, was
That's
it
how
bad?
I would end the video.
No.
Pew!
Great. Absolutely not. But then he would release another album later in 2019, Bosky 3.5. Instead of 3, it's 3.5. And you could see a common theme with the sales from Bosky 1 to this Bosky 3.5. They have gone down tremendously from 50K to 100K on Bosky 1. Now on Bosky 3.5, we got 13,000 album sales. My personal favorite song from Bosky 3.5 is the song Stan.
Smoke my dope, get face in my mansion. Also,
that song didn't even sound like a song. It just sounded like someone talking. That's why I liked it. You know, it was something new. And I think this was around the time I stopped listening to
avant-garde, but obviously that's not going to get the freaking critical success like a XXX Tentacion fan is not necessarily going to gravitate towards that. Not that I necessarily am that well-versed in his music.
Comethazine in school and stuff. He just didn't have a lot of hits.
But I think that
3.5,
they occupied the same lane, sort of, right?
Even after 3.5 flopping, his cult fan base wanted Bosky 4. And while doing some research for this video, I came across this Reddit before Bosky 4 dropped. This is a Reddit post from 5 years ago. I love Comethazine, but I'm worried about his future. Saying, I have been a fan of Comethazine for a while now, and this year I'm getting worried that he will play out or that Bosky 4 flops, but I hope not. And that worry that fan had, it's almost like they predicted the future. Bosky 4 would sell a whopping 7,000 US copies and only peak 177 on the charts. But this is where sales don't mean anything, because in my opinion, Bosky 4 had some of Comethazine's hottest hits, 556. We'll go through a bunch of these songs.
He had a song called Get Naked, so that's a W for me.
He and Bosky 4 had some of Comethazine's hottest hits, 556. We'll go through a bunch of these songs, but it kind of brought me back to listening to Comethazine, but a lot of the songs on the album were leaks, single leaks, that he just ended up throwing onto an album, so the sales really don't show the full story when it comes to Bosky 4. Like, all these views right here, man, if I got these views, boy, but look, all these views is from Bosky 4.
Jesse Wells, I feel like I've seen them pop up in my recommended. Is that that's the acoustic singer, right? I think I've also seen it pop up, but I don't know if I've heard it exactly. I might have heard the United Healthcare song. I'll check it out after this video.
Music videos or songs off the Bosky 4 album, they just got perceived better individually rather than them all being in an album together. Technically, most of the music videos came out before Bosky 4 was released, so people really heard the music already, so they probably didn't want to listen to it again. So I guess you could call it
if he
lazy
did
too.
4 full albums, I mean, he probably just figured it's time to switch it up, dude, and it's kind of cool that he did that.
Music, but also, who wants to make new music when you're constantly getting your music leaked? Like, I get that also.
Hey, I don't know nothing about no album sale. It's 2020, you feel me? So, but when it comes to streams, stupid Bosky 4 did about 17 million first night. So shout out to the
17 million? That's a lot. This guy was lying on your name, Mr. Zine.
Bitch, I live for action. Came in with an AK-47, fully automatic. They was 4 deep, but I had one back. When got more heat, so please come back. Please spin back. Wanna know what you meant by this? So crack, it's some old Air Max. I told straps cause I'm always.
I mean this with love, peace, and love. I think that he might be scaring the hoes a bit with his persona, with the blood dripping from the mouth. Like, I think boys will watch that fine. I'm interested. What's this crazy guy doing, you know? But I think he might be scaring the hoes.
Solo, big stick, it look like a pogo stick. Single life for me because I chose to be a cheater. Solo when I start, I pull up just me and my heater.
Like, bro, that's all Bosky 4, and to sell 7K is just diabolical to me. Like, yeah, if you wanted to listen to Comethazine's full catalog, it would only take you an hour out of your day to listen to all his music, but do you really think it's the length of his music on why the heat of Comethazine died down throughout the years?
No, dude, Joyce Manor is awesome, but you could listen to, like, all their albums in 15 minutes.
Comethazine lasts longer
20.
than 2 years
Okay,
in the
30.
mainstream rap scene. Now, a year after Bosky 4 dropped, we would actually get an album that's not called
Did I say they're a
Bosky
great
in
album? I mean, they're a great band.
one called Comethazine, the album. Which also, that's my bad. A year before this, he released Pandemic, the album. That's also the other album.
I would not want to meet him in a dark alley. What if he had ice cream?
Bosky, but no, I didn't talk about that album.
And he was
early.
social distancing.
Comethazine, the album. This would be the first time we would see Comethazine not get the numbers he was getting from 2018 to 2020. 2021, we're not going to say Comethazine flopped with this album, but if you try looking up information for how much Comethazine the album sold, you just can't find it, and we'll put that there. If we go a year later to 2022, the very last Comethazine album we would get before the wild transformation, Bosky 5. Yes. And this album wouldn't even make the charts at all. Someone even asking him.
I'm assuming he's an independent artist at this point, and he's just dropping stuff for fun.
How much
Or
he sold
not for
because he
fun,
can't
but
get
like for by himself.
Information.
He's not like
15
backed by a big
Bro
label,
went
but
triple tinfoil.
I might have
Someone else
heard
even saying
that, but
went
I might have
double
made it up.
aluminum foil. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm not trying to be mean, but yeah, Bosky 5 absolutely flopped to the bottom of the sheet. So if we go to March of 2024, we would get the first glimpse at Frank Kole as Comethazine would post these pictures on his Instagram, even with the video of him strumming the guitar.
He looks like he became his own dad or something. All these pics and videos look like they're old instantly just because of his
This is
mustache
just
and
simple. There's one of two things that
the lack of tennis shoes on his head.
here. Comethazine either got laced, took the bad perk, whatever, or he was trying to save a rap career. He
took the good perk.
on a new persona, and I think that's pretty smart.
He
And I don't wanna
chilled
see that
out.
trash on people's careers. Like Comethazine had a great career, but I don't want to just not state the obvious that his career was going downhill. But he would post 2 videos in June of 2024 of him on the guitar, and he's actually talented. It actually brought him to tears a little bit.
I didn't really look at how well the new music was doing compared to the old music. I guess the Cole Bennett video had 71 million views, so that's kind of hard to beat.
When you know, but she keeps sucking. Oh, my bad.
Huh? What? Hey.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, that doesn't look like the same guy at all. Let's see the teeth. He's holding back a blood burp in there. I can see it.
I don't think I've ever said this before, but that's music to my ears. And
I was barely listening to it, to be honest. I was looking at him.
Comethazine and Squidward. Frank Kole's handsome Squidward. What do they call that? Growth. That's what it is. Growth. This isn't just growth, though. This is exponential goddamn growth. Now, if you look up Comethazine or Frank Kole on YouTube, you'll see a channel that says Frank Kole, and there's a song on there, Smokestack Lightning, or if you want to call it a song.
I've seen it!
When I watched it, it was more like a movie trailer. Bro, how you go from toting ARs, bro? You know what I'm saying? To this, like, I'm not questioning it, but I am. Mushrooms. But I just found this transformation very interesting, and I suggest you guys watch the Smokestack Lightning stuff.
I mean, it could be a lot of controlled substances. Let's not jump to conclusions.
You know, the video, and
could be SSRIs.
Show you guys the full video, and then go watch it.
It could be, you know, a lot of things. But yeah, this friggin' was interesting. I didn't know anything about Comethazine going into this, and now I know everything, dude. Shout out B. Lee.